Hi, my name is Yasmin. I came to the UK as an international student from Malaysia, and I started my career as a tutor helping students who come from mainstream schools who were really struggling in their academics, and I taught them chemistry, biology, maths, psychology, a bit of physics as well. And these students were struggling in their school and just needed some support. And the word of mouth grew so much that parents then asked me whether I could teach their children full time as a homeschool. And that was around in 2004, and then it became a school in 2008, so it grew very rapidly. And by 2010, it topped the league table. And not only it topped the league table in 2010, it maintained that position until 2018. I moved to OIC in 2017, and I took OIC to #1 position in just 2 years. And OIC was an unranked school before I joined. So it's been a remarkable journey, and also a journey that has actually broken a lot of records, in the sense that we started off with non-selective students, so students who were getting poor results, but how we actually encourage them and support them. We give them the culture, the right support, the academic intervention to improve their results, using formulas and using strategies that actually worked. And that's been quite an exciting journey for me to be able to add those, to have those added value in their education. And it's fascinating because no one else in the history of British education has ever achieved A, dealing with non-selective students, B, a new school, a sixth form college run by a foreigner, and then getting it into the top of the league table and maintaining that position for such a long time. I moved to OIC in 2017 as the Chief Education Officer, and I took an unranked school and made that #1 in just 2 years. So I take great pride of all this academic journey, but what I take greater pride is the university destination. Because for international students, the bar to get into top universities is always greater compared to home students. For example, if you take my journey of the last 10 years, my team and I, we have sent over 500 students to G5 universities for competitive courses such as engineering, mathematics, computer science, natural sciences, economics, law, politics, for less than 10% acceptance rate for most of these courses. And if we look at medicine, my team and I, we've sent over 550 students to medical school. And medicine, as we know, has a 7.5% cap on international students. So I take great pride in our university destination. 100% of our students go off to Russell Group universities, a considerable number of students going to Ivy League universities, as well as top universities around the world. So I take great pride both in terms of the academic journey and the added value onto the academic journey, but also a greater pride in the university destinations, because to mold, to provide knowledge and skills, and really make students believe in their passion, discover their passion, it's great for any educator. I mean, the 3 phases that we always go through is A, discovering your passion, B, identifying the strategies around your passion so that you can demonstrate the evidence for your passion, and building that evidence is actually key for students to have both the knowledge and skills to prepare for beyond university, for life. And then the third is having the right strategy. So strategy. So there are 3 phases. Discovering your passion, that's a really important phase. Number 2 is building the evidence for your passion. That is where having really good preparation counts. And then the third one is strategy. So what would I say to advise parents and students who are listening in today? I would say the key thing is very, very good preparation, solid preparation. And the sooner you can start your preparation, the better it is. So whatever age group you're in, whether you're in year 7, year 8, year 9, if you're, it's very important that you start from the process of discovering your passion. And therefore, by discovering your passion, what you're doing is you're also building the evidence for your university application. So how do you discover your passion? First thing is to have an understanding of what you're good at, what you enjoy, what are your interests. So all that comes through 5 things. Number 1, wider reading. So read books related to things that you're interested in. So for example, if you say you're interested in medicine, then read books related to medical school. So you don't have to have work experience. You can start this from year 9, even year 8. You don't have to wait until you are in 6th form to start all this process. So read. Very, very important. Read books related to particular courses and careers and so on. So that's the first thing. Second thing is work experience. Try to get some active work experience, whether it's shadowing somebody, or even if you don't get an observation in a clinic or in an engineering firm or in a law firm, at least speak to professionals, speak to doctors, speak to lawyers, speak to engineers, speak to people who are in that profession. Learn the good side of the profession, but also the bad side, the positives and the negatives. Understand the positives and negatives. That's very important. So that's work experience is very important. The third thing I would say is voluntary work. So contributing to the community is very, very important. And when you contribute to the community, you will then find what is your passion. Because I would say 90% of students, what they want to do is they want to change the world. They want to make an impact. Yes, of course, making money is important. Securing a job is important. But what I'm seeing in today's youth is that they really want to make an impact and they want to make a difference, far above and beyond just getting a job or getting a lot of money. Of course, making money is also an important part of it, but really most youth are just looking at making an impact in the world. So very important to start looking at voluntary contribution, because through those voluntary work, you will then understand what are the things that really trigger you. So for example, if you're working in a food bank, maybe you're not triggered by just helping the people, but you're triggered by the economy. The world economy. Why are we seeing a rising number of people going to the food bank? And then you start thinking, okay, maybe it's the economy that I need to really think about. Why the economics work in this way? Why are we having inflation? Why are these things? So those things become an academic questioning for you. And from that academic questioning, you then discover what is your passion and what's going to be your course and what you're going to go into and do in the future. So really look at, contributing to the community is very important. Don't just do it for a tick box exercise. Do it because you are trying to learn something, and you can never connect the dots forward. You can only connect the dots backwards. What that means is you have to do as much as you can. By the time you reach to apply to university, you will sit there and you will think, oh, those are the things that I did, and all these dots connect together to demonstrate your passion. So that's the third thing, voluntary work. The fourth thing is take part in projects and competitions. Please do as many projects and many competitions as you can take part. It doesn't matter whether you win or you lose. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the process of aspirational journey, the courage you will have to demonstrate. Taking part in something is a lot of courage, and of course mental resilience. So do take part in lots of projects and competitions, and do your own projects. If you have an interest in computer science or you have an interest in robotics, take up the Arduino kit tool and do your own projects. You can come up and do your own analysis, read other people research, write blogs about what you're interested in. The more blogs you write, the more reflective you become. The more reflective you are, the better the student you become. So do that. So do take part in projects and competitions. That's very important. And the fifth thing is, of course, making sure that your academic is on par. So work hard in school with your subjects, but do it because you have an interest in the subject as well, but also linking that with your passion as well. Remember, your academic result is one aspect of your application and is a byproduct of your passion. So, we're not fixating here that you have to get an A star or you have to get an A grade. It's all about, okay, if you want to go to the best university to study natural science, then of course you have to get A stars and A's. But that's a byproduct of your passion. So first of all, you have to discover your passion, build the evidence of your passion, and then look at your strategy. But along this process, what you will gain is you will gain so much skills and knowledge together. So skills and knowledge. But whilst knowledge may not last forever, and knowledge always evolve, knowledge is always evolving. The bit that will last for you forever will be your skills. So the skills you have gained through this whole process, that will last you for a lifetime. So really enjoy this process. Enjoy the process of this aspirational learning and aim for the top. Aim for the top. No matter what people tell you, if you're told that your academic results are not great, it's just because you're not there yet. It doesn't mean that you can't get it. You're just not there yet. So this is where the strategy comes into play. I've had many students, many students. I can be here hours and hours talking about students who, from the outset, they're not the perfect student, but yet through good strategy, through willpower and determination, they really strive and they do very well. And in fact, I have seen students who have been top students all their lives, but suddenly they are not able to demonstrate their passion or their evidence for their passion, and all these things play. So they do come into context. So please do, if you have a burning desire of wanting to do something, discover your passion first and then go through building the evidence and then work on your strategy. So everyone has the same opportunity to apply to top universities, and I'm saying that as an international student, and I have helped many international students to get into top universities, and I can tell you that the process is tough. It's not easy. It is not easy. It's never easy. And that's the whole thing, is that when you want to apply for the very best and you want to aim for the very best and you want to work to discover your passion, the journey is tough, but it is also exciting. It is challenging. It is exciting. It's fulfilling, and you learn skills for a lifetime. So I wish all of you all the very best in A, discovering your passion, B, building the evidence for your passion, and then C, going through the right strategy, getting the right support for your strategy to achieve your aims and your ambitions. Most importantly, I wish you the very best in having the courage to come out of your comfort zone and really having that resilience to fight for your ambition. That is the most important thing. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. It's all about fighting for what you believe in your ambitions. And so please go ahead with this aspirational journey. Whatever year group you're in, please start that journey if you haven't already started. So if you want any support, if you want to reach out to me, please do so. I'm very happy to help you through this, and to the parents as well, if you need any support in terms of how you can help your child through this journey, because it is a journey where it'll be great if parents can support their children and they're not having to do this themselves. Then by all means do reach out, and I'm very happy to help as well. So all the best to all of you, to all our parents and students from Thailand. I wish you all the best. Kapun ka.